Good morning. Today is Friday, the 23rd of May, 2025, and the time now is 11:39 a.m. in the morning. My name is Roughneck, or the Rugged Miller, or Marsh, or the Bryanston Causeway, or Hobo, or Ruffian, and I am a boxer, prizefighter, pugilist. You've got a chip on your shoulder. I first heard that expression when I was at secondary school. Now, I was in class. I remember I was in class. I think it was no, was it home economics? It was one of these classes. Um, could have been home economics. And the teacher who I was fond of, I think she made a remark to me that, oh, you got a chip in your shoulder now. Up until the point when she said that, I'd never heard that expression before in my life. I never heard anybody use it on television or Grain Chill or Blue Peter or anything like that. I never heard it, but she said, oh, you got a chip in your shoulder. But what I'd like to say to her is, you failed to understand at that time that we had family issues in the yard, in that home. There were family issues. Now that don't concern you because you're not part of the family, are you? You're a white woman. Like we're from Jamaica and St. Lucia, so obviously that's not your concern. We're not from your country. We haven't been hundreds and hundreds of years. However, I was a child, so obviously I'm emotional because if I'm in an environment where I'm not happy as a child, that's it. You understand? So that's not your well. You're the adult. Saying I got a chip on my shoulder. You're trying to make me feel um, um, sad when I was already sad because I was coming to school now depressed, more or less. Yeah, I come to school depressed. So I never had no chip on my shoulder. Basically, putting that shit aside, like what was going on in another yard with my parents, I was fine really. Got loads of friends. This and that. Life was fine. I mean, there was no real thing at that moment, at that space and time, at that time in the classroom. Yeah, I felt that emotion, sadness. So you said you've got a chip in your shoulder. I don't have a chip on my shoulder now. Does it look like I've got a chip on my shoulder now in the video? I'm making many friends now, and I've got big plans, and really and truly, you know, I'm fine, mate. So what I'm saying is, I'm a man of integrity. I say what I fucking mean, and I mean what I say. I don't need to lie and fool people and laugh after people like a fucking coot. I don't need to do that. You understand? So that's me. I've always been that way from the time of primary school, secondary school, up to now. There's been no changes. Go over the video, take over it. Go back over. But yeah, I'm exactly the same now. You follow me? So I'm fine, mate. So that's fine. That's me. So there's no chip on my shoulder. Like obviously, I'm not a fucking animal. I'm a human being. So obviously, if I'm a child, if I was like um 13, 14 years old, and I'm feeling sad because I was at home, my father was abusive and this and that. He was arguing with my mother. That's normal. That's natural. So you picked up on it. You picked up on my emotion. Said, "Oh, you got a chip in your shoulder," but you deliberately twisted it to make it more negative for me psychologically.